In this video, I'll be talking about Playfair cipher. Playfair cipher, also called Playfair square, that was invented by Charles Wheatstone in 1854. However, it was popularized by his friend Lord Playfair. So that is why this technique is now famous with the name Playfair cipher. And it was used by British Army in World War I and it was used by Australians in World War II. Now let's understand the basic scheme of the Playfair and then followed by an example. So it follows two-stage process. So in the Playfair cipher, we can see that in the step number 1, we create and populate the matrix, and in the step 2 we follow the encryption process. And to explain this, let me to consider now an example. Suppose that the plain text here that we consider in this example is meet me at bridge. So this is the plain text given to us. Meet me at the bridge. And in this case, as we have just explained, we need to follow two-step process. So in this step number 1, we need to create a 5x5 matrix. Now as we see that in 5x5 matrix, there will be 25 spaces, or we can see there are 25 cells and there are 26 alphabet. So that means 2 alphabet must be sharing in the same cell. So what we do is we always put I and J in the same cell. So whether it is given in the plain text or in the key. And now let's consider the key here is, so let me to consider the key also. So the key is CHARLES. Key is Charles. So now the key has to be converted into the 5x5 matrix. So let's write down this 5x5 matrix. In this 5x5 matrix, now let us write down this key letters here, CHARLES, and then fill out all the other cells by any other letter. So let's write down here B, D. I'm writing now this in the same alphabetic order, and those which have already appeared, say for example C and A are already appeared here. So that is why I have started now with the remaining one. So we should not repeat any letter here. B, D, E is already there. You can see that. So I'll write here now F, G, I and J, they have to sit in the same cell. So keeping them into the same cell. IJK, and then I can write M because L is already appearing. N, O, P, Q, R and S both are already appearing. So let's then write T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. So that is why this was 5x5 and 26 alphabet we have. So the only one cell will share these two I and J always together, and all the other letters will have a unique choices. Now we have kept the initial key here in this order, CHARLE, and we have filled all the other places with the normal alphabets. And note that if there is a repetition in the key, for example, I have considered the key as chili. So then we can only consider CHIL. So leave the repetition word. So if for example I is repeating, L is repeating. So pick up only that letter which have occurrence as 1. So here I have considered C, H, I and L. So consider letters only once. And now let's write down this plain text into the two letters together, or we can say into the block of two letters. So when I write this into the block of two letters, what does it will become? This will become MEET. So this is a block of 2. Then I have MEAT, THEB, then RI, and then DG. And you can see now E is left. So for this, add a dummy here. So this last is dummy. So you need to consider, so we need to consider this as a block of two letters. We also know that how to split this into the block of 2. So for this, let's see that if this is the given as a plain text, this is BA, LL, OO, N is left alone. So here we are going to add a dummy. Okay, so this is dummy. But this is not the correct way of putting this into the block of 2, because you see that this is a repeating. So there is a repetition. So this repetition we have to skip. So this repetition we need to break actually. So to break this repetition, what we do is, so we follow this correctly. So we say the correct way is, we write here BA. This is fine because both the letters are different. Then with this L, we write, we attach another dummy letter, that is X. So this is LX. And now this L, which is this one, so this written with the next one, LO. And then this O goes with another N. So this becomes ON. So this is the correct way of writing the block into two letters. So now this completes our first step, that is the creation and population of the matrix. We have created a 5 cross 5 matrix with the key Charles, and we know what is the plain text, and we have also written the plain text into the block of 2 letters. And in the now second step, we want to follow the encryption process. So for the encryption process, what we will do is we'll see whether these letters they appear in the same row or in the same column, or whether they do not appear in the same row or column. So the first step is how to read when they are in the same row. So for explaining this same row, let me to consider a row of the alphabet. So let's now write down some alphabet, and let's consider E, S, B, D, F. So this is, I have just randomly considered a second row. And suppose now in this case, I want to transfer EB. So this is in these are the 2 letters that is appearing in the plain text. So at this moment, let me to consider this as a plain text. And we see that this is 2-bit because we have considered the block length as 2 letters. So EB, if they are appearing in the same row, so you can see that they appear in the same row. So E will shift to S and B will shift to D. So that means in the cipher text, EB will become SD. So this would be considered as the cipher text. Or consider another example. Suppose we want to shift this EF. So EF, as you can see that E will shift to S, but F is finished here. So F will come back to the next rotation wise to E. So that means E will convert to S and F will convert to E. Whether you write this small letters or you write capital letter, it hardly matters at this moment. So we'll write SE. So this is the cipher text, and earlier we have written this one as the plain text. So that means we shift it to right. So when this last block is finished, so right to this will be considered as this one as a rotational basis. In the second, when they lie in the same column, and let me to consider again a column here to explain this point. Suppose that in the column we have R, D, M, T, and then we got Y, and we want to transfer DT. So this is the plain text. So this will turn into MY. So this will become the cipher text. So what I have done is we have shifted one down. So you can see that D is shifted to M, and since here we have T, so T is shifted to Y. So, or we can consider one more example. Suppose that we got TY. So in this case, T, as you can see that T will shift to Y, but Y is the last one. So Y will come back to the R1. So this means this will become T is going to Y and Y is going to R. So again we follow the rotation. So this is called the cipher text. So that means in the row we shift to right side, and in the column we shift to downwards bottom wise. So in the third case, when the letters or the characters, they are not in the same row or same column. So for this, let's first consider some of the letters in this case. And here I have R, E, X, C, D, G, N, O, Q. I have only considered 3 by 3, not the full 5 cross 5. And suppose now in the plain text, we want to convert R, G. Okay. So you see that R is here and G is here. So corresponding to the first letter, look at the row. So the first row and the second letters column. So R will be replaced by X, and corresponding the second G, look at its row and it's in the same column of the first letter. So I will replace R by X and G by C. And let's take one more example. Suppose that we have NX. So N, we see that it is here, and X it is here. So in the row of the first letter N, we have Q, and this is in the column of X. So N will be replaced by Q. And for the X, we see that first row and then it is in the column of N. So X will be replaced by R. So now following this, when they are in the same row or in the same column, or they are not in the same row or column, we can convert the plain text into cipher text. So now continuing with our example, and here now I write cipher text. In the cipher text, we see the first block is ME. So M is here, E is here. They are not in the same row or column. So corresponding to M, you can see that the row is G, and this is in the column of E. And for E, we have the element as D. So I am going to replace now ME by GD. And same way, because this is repeating ME here, so let me to write here itself GD. For ET, you see that E is here. So this is E. And for T, which is here. So in the row of T, we got O, which is in the column of E, and D is in the column, in the row of E, and then in the column of T. So I'll replace now, first we'll replace E by D, and I will replace T by O. So this will give me DO. And for this AT, we can see that here it is A, this is T. So in the row of A, we got R, and in the row of T, we got Q, which is in the column of A, and here R is in the column of T. So we replace this by R, Q. And now continuing this manner, I get the entries as, so this is considered as ciphertext of the plain text which is given here. Note that suppose a plain text AT, this is ciphered into IM, and because we have considered that I and J, they share the same cell, so you could have also written this into JM. So the both ciphertext is allowed.